Senator Grassley.
Yeah. My first two questions, and maybe it'll eat up all my time, is directed towards Mr. Tyre. The one big beautiful bill was an historic achievement. We averted the largest tax increase in history. It made a pro-growth business provisions permanent. It unlocked business investment that will create jobs. The bill also provides additional middle-class tax relief. So now getting to Treasury writing regulations and making decisions, as Treasury works to implement the bill, the agency must work with members to ensure the provisions are implemented according to the statute and faithful to congressional intent. So the first question is a very general one. Can we count on you to keep Congress well informed during the implementation process and consult with relative members of Congress where questions arise as to what was congressional intent?
Yes, sir, Senator Grassley. Absolutely. I want to recognize that you have long been a leader on tax on this committee. I remember now fondly the many late nights and hard work that we had in 2017 working through that bill. I know you've done the same here, and Treasury will implement the law. And I look forward to working with you and your team as we go through that process.
There are several provisions that I'm particularly interested in and seeing faithfully implemented. This includes the structure of the phase out for wind and solar credits and modification of the clean fuels production credit. And remember, you're talking to the father of the wind energy tax credit. I worked with my colleagues to provide wind and solar an appropriate glide path for the orderly phase out of the tax credits. Ultimately, Congress enshrined in statute a 12-month transition period based on when projects, quote unquote, begin construction. What it means for a project to, quote unquote, begin construction has been very well established by Treasury guidance for more than a decade. Moreover, Congress specifically references current Treasury guidelines to set that term's meaning into law. It seems to me this is a case where both the law and congressional intent are very, very clear. So, Mr. Tyre, will you commit to advising the department that both the law and the congressional intent are clear, and at the beginning of construction, those official words, means what it has meant for more than a decade?
Thanks, Senator Grassley. Again, you, on behalf of your constituents, have been a leader for
decades now. Is your microphone on?
Yes, sir.
Well, then get closer to it.
Will do. Again, Senator, you've been a leader for many decades on these tax policies. It's tough to imagine a better representative of constituent interest than you. And this is an issue that falls squarely in the purview of the Office of Tax Policy at Treasury. We had an opportunity to meet with your staff this week. I understand there was interaction directly with you as well, and I think if confirmed, you can expect that type of engagement to continue, an open door through the Office of Legislative Affairs as the Office of Tax Policy works through these questions.
Okay, now to biofuels. The reconciliation bill includes an extension and modification of clean fuel production tax credit 45Z. Implementing this credit properly and quickly is important for the biofuels industry and its participants, especially farmers. The Biden administration failed to meaningfully address 45Z regulation, which has caused major market disruption, including plant closures. When can we expect to see guidance formally on implementing the clean fuel credit so that the biofuels industry can confidently move forward with operations?
Thank you, Senator. This, again, is an issue that falls squarely within the Office of Tax Policy. I don't have the timeline on when they might provide guidance there, but this input is helpful. It's noted, and we'll be sure it is conveyed as a priority to my colleagues.
Can you expand my point of view to everybody involved in it?
Absolutely, yes, sir.
Mr. Switzer, this will have to be quick. Do you think you will be handling the areas of international trade, and I'm interested in China. Based on your personal history, you know how challenging this will be. Do you think that the whole United States economy needs to decouple completely from China, or only certain sectors of our economy?
Thank you for that important question, Senator. As Secretary Besson has said, the President has said, Ambassador Greer have said, we don't seek to decouple from China. What we seek is trade reciprocity, and we seek trade de-risking. There are certain segments of the U.S. economy that require de-risking. Semiconductors is a really important one, obviously. Autonomous vehicles, the Internet of Things, for instance, where you have cyber physical systems that can turn on and turn off elements of our critical digital infrastructure, aerospace, defense, other areas of national infrastructure. These are the things that we need to de-risk. But when it comes to the other areas, we want to sell into China. As long as there's trade reciprocity, we should be able to buy from China items that they produce that others can't produce, or whether it be certain types of textiles and others where there's a robust market. So what we really seek is purely fairness, reciprocity, and of course we do need some strategic de-risking, as Secretary Besson said recently, as the President said before.
Time of the gentleman's expired.